Well, I think our conventions really have begun to be they're trying to make it a showplace as far as the convention is concerned. I was a little unhappy that Mr. Humphrey was nominated, but that's what the people wanted. I guess that's who they would come up with. The problems they've been having up there with all the hippies and that kind of thing, I think it's too bad that our people in the United States cannot conduct a convention without problems. And I do think that the police in Chicago, although they've been a little rough on some people, have the right idea. They shouldn't allow people come in and destroy their parks in their city, and they don't allow their own people to stay there after hours. They shouldn't allow anybody else come in and tear it up. But the United States has let too many people get out of control as far as following our laws, and our rules and regulations should be followed whether people like it or not. We have to respect the law.
It was kind of a terrible thing the way they acted there, but it is what you call one of those things that you can expect today that anything may happen. This may go on for a few weeks, and I think it all will tape itself off, and things will get back normal. I think that Vice President Humphrey, I think that when he get his stuff kind of sits it around, I think that he'll bring everything to a close. I think that he'll be all right. I think he'll probably be a little shook up now on all the commotions that went on in Chicago. Naturally, he would be. But I think that after a little bit that he'll get things straightened out.
I think it's a disgrace to the American people to see this on television and everywhere.
Well, I thought it was a little bit rowdier than usual. Of course, that Democrats always argue and fight a little bit about things. Maybe in it just a little bit more rowdy than people expected. But I think everybody had their say up there that wanted to. Mr. Humphrey will make a good nominee. I think the party will end up backing him real strong. I thought Mayor Daley used the forces that he said he would use. I think maybe the country would be better off if we got to get tough policy. I think the hippies would have tore the Hilton Hotel down if you'd have let them.
Well, I think it was a good selection, but I was amazed and astounded at the goings-on down in front of the hotel, and Mayor Daley, his reactions and booing and things like that. It's like Joe Gargiola this morning said on the Today Show. He said he talked with some of these not strikers but agitators, and he says that when you have a desire, he said one of these little boys made the remark, he says, Joe, he says, I'm afraid. Joe says, well, why are you in this? He says, I got a desire in my heart that we're doing the right thing. And Joe said that he was sorry. He said the bloodshed and everything, you just don't know what goes on in a great country. Of course, since the days of Al Capone, the St. Valentine's Massacre, this city of Chicago is a great city. But violence and rowdyism and things like that, they've gone on there for years. I just don't understand why the site of Chicago was selected for the Democratic Convention.
Well, my impression of the convention, I think Humphrey's as good a man as any if you like Democrats. Personally, I'm a Republican. As far as the violence go, I think that the Chicago mayor was right. I think they should cut down the violence. Pick on the newsmen, do you?